everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Phyllis, and here on my channel I share DIYs, home decor, Goodwill, thrift hauls, and more. And if this is your first time stopping by, thank you, and please consider subscribing. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, and I would love to read your comments. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. In this video, I am sharing with you how I created my own DIY adhesive labels. I've seen several DIYers do this on different YouTube channels, and I just want to share with you how I created mine. This is a piece of board that came in a box, and I made a coaster. And you see the words that I put on it. The covering is peel and stick granite look paper, and then I trimmed it with black washi tape. And after I put the letters on it, I sealed it with Mod Podge. I'm going to show you towards the middle of the video how I created the letters. Here is some stovetop covers that my sister created from laptop holders that had pillows attached to them. She took the pillows off. She spray painted it gray and black, trimmed it with black washi tape, put the letters on, and then she sealed it with an adhesive epoxy. And then these are trays that we saw at Hobby Lobby. And she had a tray that she purchased from Ross for $25. She had it for a while. When we saw this, I told her she can create her own. Here, Hobby Lobby's tray is $69.98. Again, she purchased hers from Ross a while ago for $25. So what she's doing here, this is just leftover peel and stick paper that has a wood look. She's putting it in the bottom of the tray. Of course, she traced the tray first onto the contact paper, and now she's putting it inside. And then what you'll see coming up next, she created her own letters, a scripture that she liked. She put it in, and then we just sealed that with Mod Podge. She sits it in front of her fruits. That's why she chose that. Now what you're seeing is what I'm getting ready to create and show you how I made. My other sister bought this picture from a thrift store, and I'm going to be redoing this so it can hide a switch cover that is in her dining room, which we call the DEL room, which stands for Dining, Entertainment, and Lounge Room. Again, this is what the picture looks like before I changed it. And then coming up, I'm showing you where I disassembled it. I took the picture out from the frame because what I'm going to be doing is painting it. I paint the frame with the cream colored paint, and it's just regular household paint, extra paint that she had left over. And the inside, after I painted it with the white paint, I took some brown and black and gray acrylic paint from Walmart, and I gave it this look because I was copying this seahorse plaque that she had on the wall. You can see the same color strokes in there. And coming up, I'm getting ready to show you now how I did the lettering, made my own adhesive lettering. Here I've already done the word the, and if you look clearly, that clear bubble look, that's the Scotch tape. So the sign I'm making is called the DEL room. These are the letters DEL, and again it stands for Dining, Entertainment, and Lounge Room. We turned one of her bedrooms into her dining, entertainment, and lounge, and I took this sign and hung it over the switch plate. Here you will, after you type up the letters and rub tape on it, which is, well, again, I'm going to show you, you place it in very hot water. We boiled the water in the microwave for about 3 minutes. Sometimes the word will come right off, or the letters will come right off, and then there are times you got to rub it off. And I think the font size that I used for this was 200. That's why I'm having to put entertainment together, and I'm using the packing tape. I'm getting ready to show you. It's the clear, ultra clear packing tape. So if you decide to do this, make sure you get clear, ultra clear packing tape. I'm putting tape across the middle of the word, and then another piece just overlapping a little bit under it because I'm trying to cover the entire word, including the parentheses. So after I cover the words, you'll see coming up, I take a credit card and I'm actually pressing the words. So what I'm trying to do is get the word pressed into the tape, so when I put it in the hot water, the words will transfer onto the tape. And here it tears, but that's okay. I'm able to put it back together, match it together, and I just take an extra piece of tape to go across that and rub it in really good. And then when I rub it in with my finger, and then I take my credit card again and I start pressing the words into the tape, and you'll see that here in just a minute. Now, what I also learned in doing my sister's sign, when you do cut this out, after pressing it, before putting in the water, it's best to cut around the words as close as possible instead of just cutting a square, because when it comes off and you lay the tape on whatever it is that you're creating, you'll end up seeing that tape. So right here, after you press it, like I'm doing here, I'm just pressing the words into the tape. Here, it's best to go ahead and cut again around the words as close as possible, not just a square like I'm doing here. Because again, when the words come off, it'll be on the whole piece of tape, and you don't want to see that extra tape that is extending beyond the words. So here I'm putting it in the water. It sat in the hot water, and I'm rubbing it off. Again, it depends. Sometimes when I did this, I did several signs since doing this. The hotter the water, the better, because the word will instantly come off, or the tape would instantly come off of the paper and the word would come with it. This part here, I didn't do that, so I had to rub it off with my fingers, and it would leave a cloudy look, which I didn't like. So you'll see where I'm just taking the extra piece of paper that come off out of the way, but I'm going to be right here. I'm taking my finger just in little spots and removing the cloudy look as best as possible, because I found that you'll see that cloudiness up against whatever you lay the tape on. That's why, again, it's best to cut as much tape off as possible. And here I finished this letter, and again, I'm taking as much of the extra tape off as I can so it won't have that cloudy look. On her picture, it won't matter because the background is white. So here it is, the D that I did, and I pressed it on there, and I'm getting ready to put the E on. And you are to lay the pieces down, face down, until they dry. You don't want to put it on whatever it is that you're creating the label for. You don't want to put the label on wet. Let the water on the adhesive or the tape dry, and once it dries, then you can adhere it to whatever it is that you want it to stick to. Okay, I put that down. Now here I'm just taking Mod Podge to just cover what I've put down there so far. And then when I put down all the other words, I end up putting Mod Podge on the entire thing, picture, or not picture, the sign. And it's just extra coverage for me. I did not see this in any of the other videos. This is just something that I did. Because again, instead of cutting around the letters, I cut the square that the letter's sitting on, and I don't want that to come up. So this was just extra precaution for me, so that I know when it's dry, the letters wouldn't come up. The Mod Podge actually sets it in, and you can see here where the Mod Podge has got that gloss, and it's drying. And here are the other words that I cut out, and I lay them face down because they're drying right now before I actually put them on the sign. Okay, and here it is. I have adhered it all onto there, and I've already, I'll be Mod Podging the entire thing. And this again is going in my other sister's home. I did her apartment earlier this year, and I'll be uploading this room later on. Now here, I did something different because she has a coastal theme in her home. On the big letters only, the DEL and the period, I just put rope tracing the letters so they can just stand out a little more, and she liked that idea. So this is the before. And again, she purchased this picture from a thrift store. And then I came up with the idea of doing this to disguise or cover up the switch box in this room. And here is the after. I also put rope trim around the frame. You can see, if you can see closely, on the edge. And I put seashells, 2 seashells in the corner and 1 down in the middle, and she liked the way it turned out. And here it is hanging on the wall. It's covering a switch plate, so it's not obvious. And here's the picture of the switch plate that I covered. So I'm glad that you all stopped by, and I will be uploading a tour of this room. I've already done her living room and uploaded that. I'll put that in the description box, that link, if you'd like to see that. But I'll be uploading a tour of this room. And I want to thank you all for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching JRC Restoration, Decor, and Designs. And remember, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So until next time, make it a blessed and productive day, everyone. Bye-bye.